what is the minimum viable kind of set of information that you need in order to be able to bootstrap such a contribution graph? I'm asking this with the background of how early in a DAO's life cycle is it possible to get started with this, and what kind of data do you need, or what kind of measurement systems do you need? Coupled with this question, how extensible is it really? At which point in time? Are there potential breakpoints where you basically hit a roadblock and have to start from zero again? This is the kind of question.
Cool. I'm going to try to answer this with something concrete, which is uncharacteristic for me. All right. So here's something that I was drafting the other day. So I've been contributing to this OL project. It's a Diem fork. Personally, I think I'm really thrilled that Facebook is not launching Diem and that some public network is running the MoveVM. But this is, of course, my main research is around communities and the data and stuff. So I wrote this reporting standards for community wallets, which in this case, a community wallet is a bit like a grant program. It pays for labor contributions. But that means that you need, if you want transparency, you need to be able to say something about what labor happened and it was valuable. And so this little mock-up basically says, look, there's contributors, so almost the CRM, and there are payments, but payments are attached to activities. And so the crux of this was something I call extensible schemas. And extensible schemas basically say, look, like you can provide minimum amount of data. You have a unique identifier of an actor who is an account, and then an account might have a type. And then, for example, if I made type 0, I could have some extra fields. And in this case, I define these as optional fields so people don't strictly have to dox themselves. But like if you're actually contributing in a network that provides people the opportunity, I might need to include my GitHub ID or a Discord ID or a Twitter ID, because these are or GDocs ID, because these are the platforms I'm interacting in. So if someone were to want to validate that I contributed in a meaningful way, they probably need to validate that by the mapping between the address that I'm using to receive payments and which is again my unique ID in the system, and the various modes or identities through which I would interact. So this extensible schemas concept is basically saying that I could say this record only really requires the notion of account and a type. A type implies some sort of details that will be here so that someone can actually make this machine readable. And then this complements with an extensible schema for something like, and again, in this case, a bounty, where, okay, cool, we've got this idea, the identifier or the enricher for the transaction ID. Again, it's a type, which just means something about what I'm expecting to see in terms of data. And then here, okay, well, these are missions from the job board, and they had a URI to the job board, and it says, okay, well, who wrote the tasks? Who did the tasks? Okay, who reviewed the tasks? All right, here's some artifacts, GitHub repos, documents, blogs, whatever. And then you would in turn, maybe put a bundle of these and make a payment. And so